All right, everyone. Hello, hello. My name is Moose, and we are here for another solo cast. This time, we're going to be casting a high diamond master Q battle. This is 12.3 Monday the 7th. So it should be really fun. Love to see, some of the different changes that are being made with patches now been live for a couple of days now. So we're expecting to see some pretty solid performances throughout these matches, and I'm excited to see who's going to be able to take this win coming through. If you guys have not done so already, please feel free to follow the YouTube channel or follow my Twitter. Get to see when I'm actually casting live games on Twitch. But for the meantime, let's go ahead and get into the game. Before we get any further, I do want to shout out David HSB, the Tristana here on Red Team. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to cast for this game, letting me just spectate it, know that I'm able to get in immediately and not really having any issues with that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. We've got Big Oat, Clean Kev, going to be a duo queue with the Jace Rek'Sai on the top lane, and Drowsy Lagoon as the LeBlanc, David HSB as the Tristan, and then Ice Deventi, the Ice Deventi playing as the Sona. I love it. I love it. Great coffee reference there. I got my coffee right next to me as well, so super cool to see. Love the names. Meanwhile, over on the blue side, Dotix playing as the Sion, Play Better as the Nidalee, Hosea playing as the Karma, Jujak playing as the Caitlyn, and then All Right playing as the Thresh. So, if you guys have not already noticed, if you guys have not realized this already, All Right and Jujak are also a duo queue here, so we're expecting for them to perform pretty well. That does mean that David HSB as this Tristan is going to have to perform exceptionally well if we want to see him, win this game. Because if Caitlyn gets ahead with a Thresh, the Thresh able to then roam around and harass the mid lane or even get up to the top lane for Rift Herald plays is going to be really difficult to combat, especially since you're playing as a Sona. Like, the Sona as the Enchanter wants to be in those team fights, wants to be able to get to those 5v5 situations. And so, if the Tristan is in the lead, then they're going to be feeling good. But if it's the other way around, it's going to be pretty rough for sure, because Jujak and All Right, they're going to have that coordination. They're most likely going to be in comms. They know what they're doing. And so I'm expecting to see them put in some work as well. Same thing can be said by Big Oat and Clean Kev, as they're going to try, play that duo queue as well. They're a top lane and a jungle matchup, so they should know how to, perform in terms of, being that duo queue, and hopefully we'll be all right. Meanwhile, like I said, it is 12.3. Couple of changes to Caitlyn's ability. His Q, obviously, Piltover Peacemaker, going to have a little bit of a difference in what it's able to do, but nothing too crazy. Still a high value pick. Tristana, going to get bullied out now, level 2 early for the Caitlyn Thresh. They know that they've got to be careful, especially since you've got the Sona. Sona's not necessarily going to have the best super early game. We really are looking for that crescendo, the accelerando stacks to come through, and they're not going to be able to get that yet, but we do have a gank from Clean Kev. The flash is going to come in, and it's going to find the root. First blood is going to land on a Mosea playing as the Karma mid. Maybe someone playing a little bit of this LCS and trying to go for the Enchanter build, but it's not going to work out. We can't even stop to talk about it. Big Oat is in trouble. Clean Kev is on the way, trying to be able to get there. Not going to be able to deny the stun. The knockup should have flashed a little bit earlier, and instead will fall. And Clean Kev will be able to walk away. So, good gank there from Clean Kev. Pretty clean for sure. Is actually in trouble here. Oh! Gets hit by Play Better, who lives up to the hype and is going to be able to take the kill on to the Rek'Sai. That's going to mean Scuttle Crab, maybe even double Scuttle, going over to this Nidalee. On top of that, we also saw that the Rek'Sai died before he was able to get his topside camps, and so he's going to be way behind this Nidalee. Already, 8 CS behind. That's a big deal. And Annie's pushing towards, bot side. So he's not even looking for those camps. He's trying to be able to continue to go for these ganks, and they're going to try to see if they can find one again onto Monzea, who is rooted, trying to be able to get the knock up, and will the extra movement speed from being burrowed is good, and Drowsy Lagoon will get his second kill of the game. So Man, yeah, so a pretty chaotic start, but a gold lead still on the side of blue. Uh-oh, gonna be Big Oat falling once again. Think Kev actually looking to go in for it. Oh, that's so sad. Missing it, going the really long way, and gonna end up not being able to pick up that kill. Teleport's gonna come in as well, so they should be just fine. So big plays there for Dotix. 1-0-2 now, has full kill participation. Did have to use Flash in that last exchange along with Teleport. So pretty rough play here for Red side because, I mean, when you're playing the Rek'Sai, like, you obviously, like, you're going to be building towards maybe that movement speed, maybe that lethality. And if you're behind, you're just less effective as that bruiser and as that, that damage, that potential damage dealer, the ability to really put in and pack a punch and just knock down some of these squishier targets. And so if you're behind, you're not necessarily as effective. And unfortunately for them, Play Better has just continued to farm up, has the 2 kills, hasn't even backed yet, going for another clear of his Krugs and Raptors before going back to base. And so he's going to have a substantial amount of gold, 1,800, and continuing to clear up. So when he comes back, he's going to have a pretty big buy and then can prep for bot side, trying to be able to get this first Mountain Drake of the game with 230 remaining until the Dragon or until the Rift Herald spawns. We'll see what they're able to do there. So taking a look, we got another mid lane potential play coming in from Clean Kev. They're going to see if they can find the root. Going to be in trouble. Going to be able to dodge the root, but can't dodge the knockup. A lot of damage, and it's Drowsy Lagoon on a killing spree now. Nicely done once again. Able to pick up 3rd kill of the game while Zaya is going to be so far behind. And that really, brings it to point, some of these Enchanter mid lane builds or these Enchanter top lane builds that we've seen. I mean, if you guys have watched LCS this weekend, some of Cloud9 LS's build compositions that they've been trying to go for, some of these like strange Enchanters, FlyQuest as well, Janna and Karma top, trying to roam around. It doesn't look like that's the case for Monze. I think he's just playing like a pure mid lane, trying to be like AP carry type of thing. But being behind like this, maybe this is the time to maybe go for those Enchanter items and try to go for something like that as we get Play Better trying to be able to pick up the kill, and they will be able to find one onto Ice Venti, but will it be a 1-for-1? The root's going to land, and Jujak will pick up the kill onto David HSB. Nicely done. Meanwhile, on top of that, Dodix will pick up his 2nd kill against Big Oat. He is now 0-3-0 as this Jace. So, unfortunately for Clean Kev now, you've got 2 lanes that are now pretty behind here. May actually be a little bit of a misplay. Jujak going to try to go and greet for the plate and ends up dying. And so, like I said a little bit earlier, you see Play Better go for the full clear again onto the Grump and onto the Wolves top side, able to then go for a bottom side play, and they're able to pick up the kill in the bot lane. But because Jujak overextends, gets a little bit greedy, Klinkev's able to pick up his first kill of the matchup and able to stop the pressure, only allowing 1 turret plate to fall. And they're not able to get the dragon either, so that's pretty big for the side of red. They're able to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit. They are behind, but they've kept up at least a little bit. They've kept the game interesting for a little while longer. You've got a really fed LeBlanc right now, super in the lead, 3,500 to 2K in favor of this LeBlanc. The Karma is really kind of a non-factor right now, just kind of roaming around. Actually, bot side looking to go in for a play here, but can't find it. Meanwhile, we got Big Oat, who's 0-3-0, trying to go up against a 3-0-1 Nidalee, maybe actually trying to bait this one out. We've got 2 red team members waiting in the wings, and they're going to be able to get the bait, the shutdown, and the kill onto Play Better. Should have seen that one coming. And that's going to be another kill for this LeBlanc. Drowsy Lagoon now in a 4-0-0 position. Meanwhile, Clean Kev gonna have to flash away from the knockup, and sure does. Got a little too out of position there and ends up resulting in him falling short. Meanwhile, in the bot side, it's going to be a David HSB picking up the kill on to All Right. But now, maybe looking to get this into his favor, Jujak, with no summoner spells, trying to do what he can. He's going to move forward. He does have Ace in the Hole ready. He will not get the kill. Barely, though. Meanwhile, top side, Dodix is on a killing spree. Big Otis trying to pick up the kill. Can he do it? No! He gets executed, which is a little bit of a sad situation for this Sion, but man, big play there. Meanwhile, bot side, play better, picking up a kill onto David HSB, and a double kill comes back with a vengeance. Oh boy, another shutdown. This one, Dodix is now 4-1-2. Did take the kill onto the LeBlanc, who did pick up the shutdown gold as well. So a little bit of a consolation prize there. And I mean, that's I think what you want if you are blue side. Like, this LeBlanc now has the Luden's Echo, is feeling pretty good. Almost get a steal clean. Kev trying to cleanly take away that Mountain Drake, but won't be able to do so. But, you know, when you're looking at gold allocation, Big O teleporting in a really weird flank, like Everett, play better is going to take that kill. So now 0-5-1 on this Jace. But your gold is funneling into this LeBlanc at the 10-minute mark, really in the lead, feeling pretty good. You're expecting this LeBlanc to really go off, and so that's your win condition right now. Is, you know, if this LeBlanc can continue to stay in the lead and outperform this Nidalee, it is 5,300 gold for the Karma, or for the LeBlanc. It's 4,900 for the Nidalee. So, I mean, there is resources, a lot more resources allocated over to this LeBlanc. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, the Tristana's pretty behind. The Jace is going to be way behind now, finally picking up that tier in that last back, but really is going to be a non-factor for a while, just picking up the rated Dirk to try to go for that Eclipse. And so, I mean, just not necessarily having the best game. You're just thanking your lucky stars that a ton of those kills are going towards the Sion. Nidalee is still 6-1, but can be combated with this LeBlanc if they're able to perform well. Another play potentially here mid lane. Drowsy Lagoon definitely got super camped. Not camped, but definitely had really a lot of assistance from Clean Kev in the early game. Really punished the lackluster mobility that the Karma had. Now Big Otis potentially in trouble, will die to Dodix, and that's going to be a big kill. Clean Kev just obliterating this Nidalee using the Void Rush to take it. He didn't even have a mythical item, just had the extra lethality, and now they're looking to pick up the kill onto Dodix. The Sion is not long for this world and will fall once again. Gonna give the kill over to Drowsy Lagoon so they can continue to play in and continue to put in the damage, and will have now a pretty substantial lead against this Nidalee. 6,100 gold to 53. Now the crescendo is going to land bot side. David HSB is trying to pick up the kill on it to this Caitlyn. The shield was there to try to keep him alive. That super important shield from that dark passive is going to keep the Caitlyn alive and deny the kill for David HSB, who uses flash in that exchange. So now 2 flashes used for that play, but not able to pick up the kill onto the Caitlyn. Really big save there from All Right. Jujek's going to stay as well to clear the lane, so pretty greedy once again. Some pretty greedy tendencies coming in from this Caitlyn. That means he cannot assist in the play mid lane. There is no dragon to go for, but there is potentially the play for the Rift Herald if they do get a good play here. A lot of damage onto play better as Big O tries to do what he can. Going to be able to find the engage onto the Sion as the Sion gets a knock up. Going to be the jump away from David HSB to try to survive, but this is a big tanky front boy in this Sion to be able to continue to take the punishment and take the damage, which he is able to. Drowsy Lagoon's pretty low. Everyone pretty low there, not feeling confident, but it is enough. Nice distortion from this LeBlanc, and picks up another kill, 7-1-0. So that last play, Jujek staying a little longer, trying to clear out the wave, getting it to a better position when he does return. Ends up not getting there in time to provide any sort of assistance for the rest of his team. And so that does give Drowsy Lagoon the comfort to say, hey, I'm going to try to go in for this kill. I'm going to try to pick it up, and it sure does. Meanwhile, they do come back, and they're going to pick up 2 turret plates, maybe a third, but they got to be careful. It's going to be a nice knockup. Clean Kev still has flash, but he's going to try to pick up the kill, and does on Monzea. The 0-4-2 Karma not having a good game. They stop the push, and they're going to be able to only lose 2 turret plates instead of that third. Pay attention to Dotix, though. Oh no, Big Oda is gonna die once again. This Jace is not having a fun game, for sure. And Clean Kev definitely probably feeling it in the comms, but a nice pick on it to Ice Venti. But is it enough? A nice knockup from Clean Kev as he now goes on a killing spree. The resets from David HSB are there, and it's gonna be a kill on to Jujak. Trying to get a second kill now, flashing from play better, trying to be able to survive, but the movement speed from this Sona going to be able to get the slow, but not able to pick up the distortion kill. Anyway, it's going to be the nice exchange there. Going to be a shutdown for Monzea, or for Clean Kev onto Monzea, so at least able to pick up 1 kill, but it is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Red Side, who now take the lead up to a 900 gold advantage. And so again, we're taking a look at the Nidalee play better up against Drowsy Lagoon, playing as this LeBlanc as the mid game has begun. Drowsy Lagoon now 7-1-2, 7,200 gold compared to 6,200 for play better, continuously and still running the rift. But a teleport coming in from Dodix is trying to pick up the kill onto David HSB, who will have to use his Buster Shot to be able to survive that play. Teleport, or not the teleport, but the roam not successful there. Meanwhile, the engage on to Jujak will secure the kill. Now very low thresh. Maybe the next target. Not going to be enough damage, though. We do have Big O getting in the wings, and he will pick up the kill onto All Right. Now the fight continuing as we get the play from Drowsy Lagoon. Gonna chunk down play better. Cannot effectively stay involved in this fight. And now... oh, it's Drowsy Lagoon picking up the kill with the Q. And the Luden's Echo, the carry for Red Side, continuing to deliver. Continuing to add to that gold advantage and really mitigating the power of this Nidalee with all the picks that he's been able to get off of him. Because now, the Nidalee was 7-1-1, now is 7-5-1, has died 4 times and really been ineffective here in the mid game. And so they've been able to get some really good plays, and that's resulting in them in Red Side coming back in the mid game. David HSB is now a factor. You know, he's 600 behind, but he's got the Kraken Slayer. He is going to be able to blow people up. He's got the Berserker's Greaves, and he's not too far behind Jujak, who picked up the Immortal Shield Bow. So some interesting itemizations, I would say. I think that because so many kills were taken on to Dodex, 7,700 gold. He goes with the Sunfire Aegis. He's going to be a tanky boy, but he's not going to be able to drop the hammer, drop the damage, especially now that, you know, Drowsy Lagoon and David HSB have ways to escape the decimating smash. So there are some problems here for the side of blue. They've got to find ways to get Caitlyn back online. They got to see if maybe play better as this Nidalee can get back into a really solid state. Picking up second item, hopefully fairly soon, considering that second item is just about online for this LeBlanc. Shadow Flame is pretty much waiting in the wings along with a 10-stack Dark Seal. But they're waiting for something here. They want the play on to this Sona Tristana in the mid lane. There are wards in the bot side of the rift. They know that something's up, maybe, but now they're pushing forward, and this is a play for blue. They're going to get the flank that they want as they try to run away, but now it's Clean Kev picking up a ton of damage, going to go into the Void Rush to try to survive as long as he can, but it will not be enough, and now it's Ice Venti trying to do what he can. Going to pick up another kill, Dodex is. Unfortunately for Red Side, they did not have the vision in the bot side of the rift, and they got outflanked and outplayed. Nice play for blue. Well, bot side, Big Oat gonna pick up a lot of damage onto this tower. Probably will take the tower, but at the cost of his life. Has a 200 gold bounty. Unstoppable Onslaught will miss. And now Big O trying to be able to run away from this Sion, who doesn't really have any gap closers just yet, but it won't be enough. And it'll be the kill onto the Sion once again. It was now 8-2-3, 2 items, Titanic Hydra, Sunfire Aegis. So regardless of not being the carry in this game, you know, he does have 2 items, and tanks, like, from what I've heard, tanks definitely put in a lot more power and a lot more pressure as we move through the mid game. If they are ahead, they're going to be so valuable. But as the game goes on longer, and the longer that, the carries are able to get their money, it means that their effectiveness is going to be less than. So we're looking to see what Dodix is going to be able to do here in the next 5-10 minutes to really carry the rest of his team to a victory state before the Tristana and the Jace get to their crucial items. Like, they are still going to be pretty powerful champions. We've got one item right now on Big Ode. He's still looking to go for his tier item. He's still looking to go for his mythic. If he's able to pick up both those items, he's going to be pretty strong. And he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with. So you're really waiting for those 3-item spikes on the side of red to really take this game out of blue team's contention. Round of the Shattered Clean picked up by Monzea. Decent vision score, but I mean, really at this point, just kind of a shield dummy, trying to be able to pick up whatever shields he can, go for those mantras, try to, get a root if he can survive it. But now the next big play is going to be at this dragon. I think red side concedes this one. I think that they try to farm up, they go for Baron. It's not going to be the super important dragon, but they instead try to play for the fight. They're going to get the knock-up onto Jujak, and they're going to pick up the Void Rush into the kill. It's 2 kills for red, and they're trying to make it a third as the resets come in from David HSB. He'll pick up another kill as Big O takes on Monzea, and now going to try to pick up even more kills, and they will as Clean Kev picks up the kill on to the Sion. Meanwhile, David HSB is in trouble. Will have to run away. Drowsy Lagoon will pick up the kill onto the LeBlanc, and that is an ace for red side. I stand corrected. The 4v5 ends up resulting in a big win for red side. They definitely could have taken that fight, and they sure did. Man, so, I mean, that entire sequence of events just resulting in a huge play there. They focused Jujek on the Caitlyn. The Void Rush came through. They obliterated the Caitlyn and that backline damage. Play better in order to get into the fray and deal damage consistently is going to have to go into melee range, which Clean Kev, David HSB are fine with. And they're going to be able to pick up all 5 members in that 4v5 situation. And it results in the ace. And it results in second dragon for red side. And it results in Baron. They've increased the lead from an even game to almost a 5,000 gold advantage. Currently, it is a 5,000 gold advantage. So really solid performance there for the side of red team. They're able to pick up major kills. They're able to get back on track. And now they own the Rift, at least for the next 3 minutes. Now, once again, Big O maybe in trouble here. Gonna be able to avoid the decimating smash. So will not die there. But they maybe are looking for a play. Drowsy Lagoon is so strong, has so much damage right now. They are looking to potentially go in and collapse upon the or against this top side. No, that is not the play. Big Oat is going to teleport to use his Baron buff to push forward to this inhibitor turret. And he will get some damage onto it. We'll have another wave of minions coming through. Now, what does the rest of the team do with this split push? Because they do have the split push coming through. They got to back out of Dodix, but nothing else just yet. And now Big Oat will disengage. Rest of the team now trying to find jungle camps, trying to clear some vision out here on the top side of the rift. That outer turret is still active. David HSB pushing forward the minions in the mid lane. 4 members of blue side now in the mid lane, looking to be able to defend that part of the siege, which they do. Big Oat is now getting into a scuttle against Dodix, and is gonna die pretty, needlessly, kind of giving up the advantage that they just built up there. Gonna stop the pressure, gonna stop the aggression from red team with their Jace and their split pusher gone. There's really no need for blue side to go for multiple lanes. They can just stay in whatever lane red side is in and just try to, 5v4 them, and then it's GGWP potentially. So red team, they reset. They look to maybe go in for one final push with this Baron. They've got it for another 30 seconds. But unfortunately, they don't really get too much out of it other than some map control and some jungle camps. Drowsy Lagoon just continuing to try to harass, deal damage. Any picks that they can get are pretty powerful. And 45 remaining until Ocean Drake spawns. Baron, 5 seconds until it expires. Lead has remained the same, still a 500 gold advantage for red side. Pretty substantial lead for them at the 25-minute mark, but not necessarily something that blue side can't come back from. With, double or with, with the Enchanter, Karma, as well as the Thresh, they do have some pretty powerful team fighting ability. Unfortunately, the Karma, not necessarily too powerful. Crown of the Shattered Queen has some items, but it doesn't even look like they're trying to go in for that. They're looking to go into the pick onto Monzea. As Monzea goes down, Big Oat will pick up the kill, and that is a big pick for red side with 40 seconds remaining until Dragon spawns. That means they get Dragon control or River control, and most likely will have the opportunity to get to Soul Point. Big Oat is going to continue the siege. He does not have teleport, but even if blue side want to commit to a fight here, it would be a 4v4 play with river control for red side. So they decide to let Big Oat go to the top side of the rift. They're going to try to go for the split push here. And, Big Oat, split pushing is not, it's what you're doing. I don't think you're necessarily doing the best at it, but I mean, not doing too terribly. Unfortunately, you get caught out. You get caught out in these bad situations. It just results in pretty bad situations there. Ends up dying to a missed flash. So big pickup there, at least being able to stop the push once again. But because you commit 4 members to the top side, you're not going to be able to get to this dragon in time. And the Ocean Drake is taken for the cost of the 1 Jace. But fight maybe not over yet. Drowsy Lagoon going to be able to use Distortion to get away. So they will be able to disengage. The dragon for 1 kill. Oh, I mean, I'd take that trade. Why not? You get to Soul Point, you get that Ocean Soul as well. You're going to be able to get that extra sustain if you do end up getting to Soul Point here in this matchup. The lead continuing to stay at around a 5k gold advantage, so no major advantages just yet. But now we've got a siege. 5-man push mid lane, going to pick up the mid tier 2 tower. Big deep teleport coming in from Big Oat. They are trying to go for the flank. If they can get an ace here, that would be big for them to be able to get Baron, and they're going to try to do what they can. The poke is coming through. Gonna go golden on the Rex side to be able to survive, and the Void Rush is coming through to get that huge flank. Big plays from Big Oat and Clean Kev as they pincer maneuver in the blue side. They get 4 out of 5 members, and they pick up several kills. They're going to pick up the mid turret. They're going to pick up the mid inhibitor. They might just be even able to end the game. Clean Kev, Big Oat. Man, that was a big play there for the Jace. Able to get in that big shockwave. Able to land right onto Jujak. And there was nothing that he could do. Dies to the Void Rush. And then the Void Rush positions the Rek'Sai beautifully in the backline as well. Makes it so difficult for anyone else to be able to escape. And at that point, David HSB and Drowsy Lagoon, they're able to just drop the damage in. But they are unable to end the game. Red side is now in trouble in a 4v4 situation. They kill Dodex, and now they're looking to go in for the crescendo. Drowsy Lagoon just obliterates Play Better, and now they're looking to finish the job, and they do. It's a double kill for David HSB, looking to go for the triple, looking to go for the end. Will they find it? The answer is a root, but not the kill onto this Karma. But what can the Karma do against the world? GGWP. Congratulations to Red Side. Congratulations to David HSB as he wins this matchup. But shout out to Drowsy Lagoon for a very strong performance, playing so well on that LeBlanc. That last team fight, Big Oat and Clean Kev with an amazing play, resulting in a huge win and resulting in the fight that gave them the victory. So congratulations to them. Great performance and a great game nonetheless. So with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Appreciate you guys all stopping by. If you guys, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. And in the meantime, be safe. Have a good night, everyone, and take care.